I'm Steve, affectionately known as the Rotary Man, and this is my 1973 Mazda RX-3 10A sedan. I thought I'd bring the car in today to work to show Howard, because I work here with him at Astill Design, and give you a little bit of a rundown on my car. I bought the car about 5 years ago from a friend who was selling it, and I had ideas to do things to it, but then when I saw it there with the paint shining, because I had fresh paint, I just couldn't bring myself to changing it. I changed the wheels. I've got 2 sets of wheels for the car. I've got these old school B45s in 15 by 4.5 on the front and 15 by 8, and I use these for my racing / radial driving, and when I want to have that old school look about the car. I restored these wheels. They're powder coated. I polished them, assembled them, and I'm pretty proud of them. I've got a 18-inch set of B45s, so they're pretty much a scaled up version of what's on the car now, and they're full polish for when I want to have that bit of a bling look and that showy feel. I cruise the car whenever I can. My kids love it. My wife hasn't been in it much because she's usually looking after the other kids, but she loves the car too. Yeah, it's a 13B turbo from a late model RX-7, a series 6 to 8 model. It's the Bridgeport. It's got Howtech P1000, a GT40 turbo Garrett, and all the fruit provided by PAC. It's got a Supra 5-speed, 9-inch diff, disc brakes all around, and it goes pretty hard.
So Steve, tell us a bit about, obviously the wheels on it, you race a bit with it?
Yeah, I'll take it to Rotary Revival. It's like a power cruise, but mostly Mazdas, or all Mazda Rotaries really. So okay. It's all the enthusiasts get out there. It's a real good time. It's not as many cars on the track as power cruise, so it's a little bit more relaxed, and you can still let loose and have fun.
Yep. So quarter mile stuff, have you?
Not yet, but it should be capable of mid to high 9s. I've done over 208 kilometres per hour down the straight at Eastern Creek with 4 people in the car on these little
That's
tires.
moving. That's moving.
Yeah, they were holding onto their belts, but I'm kind of used to it by now.
Yep.
It's got about 500 horsepower.
Yeah, the speed's a funny thing. I mean, once you get accustomed to what you've got, you always want more. You know, and you get used to it, and then you put someone else in the car, and it's sort of like, wow, you know, like we're going really quick, and you go, oh, not really.
Yeah, well, I don't drive it a lot because I'm busy with work and house and kids and family and stuff. So whenever I do drive it, it's still kind of like jumping into it fresh every time, because I've probably gone a month or 2 without being in it. So I'm not overly used to it, but I still get the thrill of it. So
you're just a Mazda man, or you got some other stuff?
I started out wanting a Tirana, an LX sedan, because my dad had a Tirana, my godfather had a Tirana, my mum had a Tirana, and I was destined to have a Tirana, and I didn't end up with a Tirana. But now I do, so I love everything. I've had Fords, had XY, Cortina. I mostly got the Mazdas, but yeah, I like all cars really. But yeah, the Tirana's on the next list to build.
Yep, so you say you got one now?
Yeah, LX sedan.
All right, so that's a good move, because they're not getting any cheaper.
No. That's why I got to jump on all these things now, especially for my kids wanting to get into it. Yeah, so my son Jet, he absolutely loves the car, and every time I get in it, he wants to be next to me. So I've had to go out and buy him one for his future, because as you said, the prices of cars are just getting out of hand nowadays, and he'll never get his hands on one. So I've got a few cars stored for some of the kids. Good
move.
Yeah.
All right, mate, well, we're going to have a bit of a look around. Might even go for a drive, eh?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Steve, so tell us a bit about the interior.
The trim's the old school style Recaros in the front, and the back seat's trimmed to match. It's in a tannish vinyl, more of a mustard colour I think, but automatic gauges, the Momo steering wheel, a billet handbrake, door handles a billet, and that Momo gear knob is actually off my first RX-3 sedan I bought, and I've carried that over to this car.
So you've had that for a while then?
Yeah, that's probably...
It's a bit like me piston out of the panel van.
Yeah.
Some things you've got to hang on to.
Yeah, so it all works well with it. It's a neat trim. I'd like to update it one day.
pretty good to me. And what's happening in the boot?
The boot has a 80 litre fuel cell. So it's got 3 pumps all inside the tank, so no fumes, no noises, like a brand new car.
What fuel are you running on here, mate?
E85. We weren't able to get it, and only now recently United's opened up over in Windang there, so it's good, so we don't have to go with jerry cans up to Sydney.
So straight off the pump?
Yeah, straight off the pump.
Good stuff. Alrighty, well we might hop in and go for a ride, eh?
Okay. Bit rough under 2.5.
Under 2.5?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's Bridgeport, it's got a rough idle, so once you're moving, it's pretty smooth, but getting around roundabouts makes it difficult.
Thanks for bringing it in, mate.
No worries.
Good to see you. We've been hearing about it,
yeah.
Darren and I, but now we've really heard it. So thanks for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
We'll get it out there and show it about.
Thank you very much.